With just a cursory glance at vehicles plying the roads, not to mention the usual suspects at charging stations, BYD is, pardon the pun, leading the charge in electric vehicles. ACMobility, distributor of BYD vehicles in the Philippines, reported a total of 4,780 units sold in 2024, enabling it to pace sales of so-called new energy or electrified vehicles here. Zooming out, BYD sold the most electric vehicles globally in 2024, moving over 4 million vehicles. After a slew of releases in rapid succession, BYD has released another electrified offering here, which signals a first foray into the pickup segment. This is the BYD Shark 6 DMO. I'm Kap Maceda Aguila, editor of BusinessWorld Velocity. Let's get down to it and get up to speed. As you can see, the Shark is quite a hulking specimen. Actually a bit larger than the usual suspects in the 4x4 pickup category. The front fascia dictates the tone right away, with oversized BYD typography and a healthy complement of lighting and DRLs. This one over here runs the length of the hood and completes a look that we'll see later in the rear of the Shark. On its side, the Shark 6 DMO was pretty much very simple panels. Nothing too fancy by way of crimping and such. What does get your attention is the black plastic cladding. Aside from added protection during off-road adventures and stuff, this feature actually serves to accentuate the vehicle's distance from the ground. Kinda like giving this pickup a further pickup, if you will. Don't you think? The wheels are 18-inch alloys, while the stepboard also comes as standard. In the rear, the Shark 6 DMO gets a large BYD logo stamped right on the tailgate. Above it is a light strip that calls to mind the same lighting element in the front. There are 4 ways to open the tailgate though. Number 1, through the key fob. Number 2, a physical button in the vehicle. Number 3, through the touchscreen on the infotainment display. And with successive presses of this button right here. The cargo bed has 1,000 liters of payload capacity and comes with this sport bar as standard, as well as roof rails. It also gets, of course, a shark fin antenna. While we're back here, let me show you the added benefits of owning an electrified vehicle. V2L or vehicle to load functionality. That simply means you can use the Shark to power an external device or appliance. Over here, the pickup offers 3 sockets that output 6 kilowatts and 230 volts. Perfect to power a coffee maker, maybe an induction cooker, mini fridge, or maybe even a sound system during your off-the-grid adventure. A vehicle-to-load adapter is also available for plugging directly into the charging portal. Now let's take a look at the secret sauce of the Shark 6 DMO. Now, BYD claims a range of 100 kilometers on pure electricity from the Shark's 29.58 kilowatt-hour battery capacity and total combined range of 800 kilometers. Once you figure in the ICE. Super DMO or dual motor off-road tech, said to be similar to the Super DMI tech of the Sea Lion 6 and Seal 5, promises improved fuel efficiency, enhanced off-road capability, reduced emissions, smoother driving, and terrain capability. Working with the 2 electric motors, one for each axle, is a turbocharged 1.5-liter engine. While the ICE's main role is to primarily drive the front wheels, it can also charge the pickup's battery. Handling and ride is also said to be better because the Shark 6 features double wishbone suspension on all wheels. Now I can finally say what it feels like to be inside a Shark. Well, a Shark pickup that is. I like the predominantly black interior, tastefully accented with orange-red highlights and its stitching and aircon ducts. Perhaps we've been conditioned to associate the color with sporty things. It certainly works in the Shark. It's hard to miss the massive 12.8-inch screen that serves as the infotainment display. As in other BYDs, this screen rotates into portrait orientation if you so desire. On the screen also appears the feed from the 360-degree camera. BYD is not just proud of its prowess in electric, but also the level of tech that it fits onto its vehicles. The Shark 6 DMO receives the brand's D-Pilot suite of advanced driver assistance systems. BYD further spoils the driver with a head-up display. You can also have BYD Connect, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a whole slew of thoughtful niceties that promise not just heightened safety, but convenience as well. Now let's take a look at the back row. Now the rear seat isn't a bad place to be if you're aboard the Shark 6 DMO. Now I've adjusted the driver's seat to my preference. I'm 5'10" anyway, for your reference. There's a good headroom, good elbow room, and leg room as far as I'm concerned. We've also been told that unlike other pickups in its class, the Shark 6 DMO actually has a more comfortable rear seat back angle. So it's not as upright as in other pickups. So that's a plus for me. And while we're at it, as far as comfort goes, you have two aircon vents. You have a USB-A, USB-C, and a 230 volt max socket as well for your devices and whatever it is you want to bring aboard with you. For those still on the fence about electric vehicles, ACMobility points out that on top of the Shark's features and a dizzying array of safety elements, including the ultra-safe BYD Blade battery, preventive maintenance costs over a 5-year period is astoundingly low. They've actually worked it out to less than 100,000 pesos, making it the most cost-efficient pickup to maintain, up to 42% cheaper than its comparative competitors. Are you interested yet? Don't take my word for it. BYD wants you to test drive and check out the Shark 6 DMO for yourself. For more information, visit bydcarsph.com or the nearest BYD dealership. Thank you for watching our inaugural feature on BusinessWorld Velocity. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our social media accounts, and don't forget to check out our website, www.bworldonline.com/velocity. I'm Kap Maceda Aguila. See you next time.